Good morning and greetings from Northumberland. It's the 12th of November. It's a breezy morning, but the sun is beginning to come through, and that's the weather report for today. In the last couple of weeks, we've had a whole series of little sayings and parables from Jesus about the kingdom of God, about being ready, about servants being ready for their masters, about bridesmaids being ready for the bridegroom. And Jesus returns to this again in this passage today from Luke 17. When Jesus was asked by the Pharisees when the kingdom of God is coming, he answered, "The kingdom of God is not coming with things that can be observed, nor will they say, 'Look, here it is,' or 'There it is.' For in fact, the kingdom of God is among you." And this sets up something that's part of our Advent message, and in some Christian traditions, Advent begins here at the beginning, middle of November, rather than the beginning of December. And Martinmas turns our thinking towards Advent and then the coming of Christ at Christmas. That's just a little bit in brackets, but this tension between looking for what is coming and looking for what is here among us already is there in the New Testament and in these parables and sayings of Jesus. So yes, we understand that there will be an end of time. There will be a final completion, what we call the second coming, a time when what is in this world will become complete and finished. And of course, no one can know when that is. Will it be imminent? Will it be a long way away? Are we talking about thousands of years or millions of years or whatever? And actually, it gives us no profit to try and work out what is true about that. But this word, the kingdom of God is among you, what theologians sometimes called, or at least in my day, an inaugurated eschatology, that means the end is here already, are important because they speak about how we live our lives. Do we live our lives thinking that God is a long way off and will eventually come near to us? Or do we live our lives in the presence of God day by day, week by week? If you look at the lives of the saints, St. Martin yesterday, or any saint, they live in the awareness of the presence of God, with them spiritually, with them in neighbours, with them in so many ways. And we aspire to be like them because they recognise that God is with us and that the presence of God with us is the thing that makes us live our lives as we do. Christians live as Christians because we believe Jesus is with us, not because we believe that sometime Jesus will be with us, but because Jesus is with us in our prayer, in our sacraments, in our neighbour, in the person in need. The kingdom of God is among us because each day we have the opportunity to encounter Jesus. Now that might be in a stranger, or it might be in a person in our family. And how we love each person is, if you like, a measure of how much we recognise the presence of God in each of them. For me, it's always the difficult people. Some people are easy to love. Some people are more difficult to love, not necessarily because of them, but because of me. But the truth is, Jesus is with them, Jesus is in them. And my relationship with them is also a sign and a measure for me of how much I love and recognise the Jesus that unites us. So as we continue through this long period of lockdown, how we think about how we live our lives day by day in these confined circumstances. Let us look for the presence of Jesus among us and within us. And let us greet Jesus with love and with service. May God bless us.